There's been numerous films that took place in the future, some that involved robots and some that have used AI with a little bit of the story and what have you. And I just experienced that in the film Mercy, which came out last month and is still playing in theaters, but it'll probably come to Prime Video soon. But is this new sci-fi flick really that bad as the critics say? Or am I going to have to give them some mercy by bringing this film to justice? Find out as I bring to you a spoiler-free review of Mercy right now. Bad days, entertainment rankings and reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome again to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. I'm the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a spoiler free review of the 2026 sci fi thriller flick Mercy, released by Amazon MGM here in the US and by Sony overseas. Directed by Tamir Bekmambetov, I hope I pronounced that right, starring Chris Pratt along with Rebecca Ferguson, Callie Reese, Annabelle Wallace, Chris Sullivan, and Kylie Rogers. The film's story involves a detective accused of murdering his wife who must prove his innocence to an artificial intelligence judge. The film came out on January 23rd, just a couple of weeks back last month of this year, after it made its premiere at the Regal Cinemas 4 days prior. But it has gotten terrible reviews though. Anyway, in a futuristic LA with crime on the rise, the Mercy Capital Court uses AI judges to put defendants on trial for violent crimes. The AI judge give the defendants all available resources to find and provide all the evidence needed and are given 90 minutes, which is an hour and a half, to prove their innocence or be executed via a sonic blast. LAPD Detective Christopher Raven, or Chris, a strong proponent of the court, is strapped to a chair, put on trial for his wife Nicole's murder, and is given 90 minutes of investigation to persuade the judge of his innocence. Presiding over his case is the AI Judge Maddox. All the evidence points to Chris having killed his wife, as her blood was found on his clothing, and doorbell camera footage places him at their home shortly before her murder. And Chris's guilt probability is 97.5, which he must lower to 92% to avoid execution. Well, but via Max's abilities, Chris learns that Nicole was seeing another man. Well, I won't tell you who it is though. But and his partner, Jacqueline Diallo, or Jack for short, JAQ, finds that man, who confides that Nicole felt unable to communicate her troubles to Chris about work and what have you. So that's about all the story I'm going to give to you. If you want to know the rest, see the movie. So you better see this while you still can, because I've got a feeling this is already becoming a big disappointment already. Anyway, from what I've seen of Mercy, I am gonna say it's not as bad as they say it is. The film is comparable to other movies with this sci-fi feel to it. Most notably, the film Minority Report from 2002 with Tom Cruise. Anyway, the film's done okay. It's so far made 42 million on its $60 million budget. But if it can't pull off any more, well, then I'd say this is just gonna be a big bust for Amazon MGM. Yeah, another big disappointment for them. Now I'd say they were originally going to have this come to Prime Video at first, but well, yeah. But anyway, it did fine when it opened, despite the winter storm that caused me to see this before my birthday. Well, actually, on my birthday, as a matter of fact, it came out the day before my birthday last month. And I was really devastated when it happened. But let's not get on that subject, okay? But I'm gonna say this was fine and what have you. It didn't. Some of it didn't quite turn out to be the way I thought it would turn out, but it made me feel like I was seeing Minority Report in a way. The reviews are terrible. It's at a mere 24% on Rotten Tomatoes, where they say constricting its 2 stars inside an airless presentation of a clunky techno thriller premise. The film is tedious enough to make you cry, Uncle. Metacritic has a score of 34, and Cinema Scores audiences polls gave it a B minus. And with all this, is reportedly left Chris Pratt worried about his career in Hollywood. Well, even if that happens, that will change for him because I think he better be aware. He should be aware that the Super Mario Galaxy movie's coming out, and this will definitely, hopefully, redeem himself when in his career when it comes out. But this is a live action film, so who am I kidding? Wait. Well, now it has been compared to more than just Minority Report, but it's also been compared to films like The Fugitive, as well as the original RoboCop and its remake, which I still have not reviewed that. And I haven't reviewed Minority Report yet, I don't think. And I know I haven't reviewed The Fugitive. Now, all those featured the protagonist wrongfully connected to some mysterious murder, as well as Searching, which was a recent film about a man who searches for his daughter's whereabouts across social media, later revealed to be charged with a falsified murder, and many others. Now, of course, both this and Minority Report have been closely compared. Both films feature semi automated justice systems implemented in the near future in a major US state, where those charged with crimes and stand little chance against the evidence produced against them by means of advanced technology and what have you. Well, again, I can understand and what have you. American movie critic Bob Mondello concluded his comments on the film by saying the overall effect is secondhand, sort of cinematic junk food, roughly what you'd expect of a Minority Report knockoff that was crafted not by Spielberg, who also directed Lincoln, but by Timur Bekmambetov, Bekmambetov. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Who also directed Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter as well as Wanted. Yes, that's the person who directed this. Oh yeah, he also actually, as a matter of fact, he also directed Searching and Unfriended, and more recently, a film everybody's really been hell like crazy. Well, he didn't direct it; he was just producer of it, and that was the crappy War of the Worlds film Prime Video premiered last year with Ice Cube. But I turned that down. I didn't like the way it looked. Well, this film kind of actually feels like that film, sorta, but at least I think it's a little better than that. But who am I to kid and what have you? But I still thought it was fine. Why it wasn't quite like I would have hoped for, but I still think it provides some action and some thrills and what have you. Sure, it may not entertain you much, but I found it to be a fine little film. It provides some good stuff, maybe not as much as you'd hope for. Ramin jo- the Jolly Score, if I mispronounced that name, I apologize. That sounded that was pretty much fine. For the cast, we have Chris Pratt playing Chris. I've got to say, he's pretty good. Rebecca Ferguson as Judge Maddox. I absolutely did enjoy her performance. And let's see. Hmm. Yes. Uh, for the but anyway, for the rest of the cast, we have Callie Reese playing Jackie. Well, Jacqueline or Jack. Well, I should have called Jackie, but I apologize. Annabelle Wallis played Nicole, Chris's late wife. Chris Sullivan as Robert Rob Nelson, Chris's AA sponsor and Nicole's co-worker. And Kylie Rogers played Britt, Chris's daughter. So yes, and she was the one who encountered the dead body of her mother. So anyway, yeah. So from what I've seen, Mercy's fine and what have you. It's not great by any means, but still it's good in some ways because it felt like seeing Minority Report again in a way. But this is kind of a knockoff. But you be the judge and what have you. If you like something like Minority Report or some of those other films I mentioned, like Searching or RoboCop or even its remake or even The Fugitive, then this might be right up your alley. But if it isn't, then I would say avoid the film and what have you. And if you don't get to go see it, then wait for it to come to Prime Video, okay? Because this film's, well, sort of bombing like crazy and what have you. But anyway, it was fine and what have you. But I still liked it for obvious reasons. It does have flaws, but it's not 110% flawed. So it overall it's fine and what have you. But anyway, I did like the cast though, and its score and some of its action sequences. Some of them were pretty intense and what have you, so that was good. So enough said. See this while you still can, but if you miss out on it, just wait for it to come to Prime Video, okay? For my score, I'm giving Mercy 4 stars, which will mean on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it an 8. So, what did you think of Mercy? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. Join me next time when I bring to you a new Do You Remember episode on the short-lived 70s sitcom called Baby I'm Back. So if you like this, consider checking out some of these other films I've done. In the upper left-hand corner, check out my spoiler-free review of a recent hit for Chris Pratt from just a few years back, and that was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Or if you would like a little more Rebecca Ferguson, you can go to the upper right-hand corner and see my review of one of my favorite installments of the popular Mission Impossible franchise in Mission Impossible Fallout. Or if you would like another film that kind of actually is like this, but it's more R-rated in one of you. Check out my review of the original RoboCop from 1987 in the bottom left-hand corner. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.